I saw you talking to Caruso. I may owe him a favor, but we can't waste power cells on a piece bucket of bolts that does more harm than good. Because it's a piece of shit. You know they said this thing was going to replace me? Bah! Because it makes people lazy. Look at Sunny Kim. She can barely lift a finger to scratch her own ass. Her entire generation is soft, and it's because of robots like Rusty. He donated supplies and his ship to this settlement. Besides that, he got me slates of the last 5 Razor Derby championships. I'm still working through them, so no spoilers. Sranie. Temporary. Robots can't be trusted to do work that was meant to be done with human hands. Because robots need parts, maintenance, things we don't readily have. If we depend on them and they break down, lives could be lost. There is no substitute for human brains and human hands. Then perhaps we are in agreement. The robot is a useless heap of shit, but the parts are not. If, instead of repairing it, you were to break it, I could use the spare parts to fix the mining machine. It's got a blown PCM. With a few tweaks, the parts from that Model A can fix it. We can use it to blast through the rock and get the ore behind it. But Caruso keeps insisting the robot is better, and Zena won't overrule him. One word. Magnets. The robot likes to go to the junkyard and dig for spare parts. If you turn on the magnet while it's searching, it will scramble its egg. The magnet will destroy the hard drive. But I only need the components. It will be fine. Bah! Machines around here are always breaking down. At worst, it will look like a well-meaning accident. Caruso will be pissed, but he's all about making lemonade from lemons. Once he sees the power upgrade, he'll accept it. Begrudgingly. You can't murder a machine. Yes, so do I. You will need a power cell to turn it on. Here, this should do the trick. Come back to me when it's done and we'll upgrade the generator. Hal is Caspian's mentor, but someone needs to do the same for Sunny Kim. In my opinion, she's lazy. I used to work for Starfield, hauling packages, making deliveries. One day I get a job to jump to some half-abandoned outpost. When I get there, I see the package is addressed to me. I open it. There's a letter inside. It says, "Dear Ivica, you're fired." My old boss. He thinks he's funny. He's really just an ass. But Zena, she's different. She says, "You need a job? Take your pick." So I did. As they used to say on the old world, Bóg zatwori jedna wrata, a otwori stotinu. Take a look.
You being here is kismet. Reaper coming.
Someone stole my keycard. He donated supplies and his ship to this settlement. Beside that, he got me slates of the last 5 Razor Derby championships. I'm still working through them, so no spoilers. Chwala Puno. You've done this entire outpost a service. No more lazy workers reliant on robots. And I can use the ore to improve things around here, starting with the generators. That should be enough to satisfy Caruso. And if it isn't, screw it. We know better. Good work with the robot. Do widzenia.
I'll make my daily rounds. I trust you can keep our discussion private. Ivica says a lot of things, not all of them true. But the ore will be of use. Mining it will be beneficial. The community center is a perfect place for sermons and prayer. The problem is the local pastor, Yates, has been accused of theft. He says he's innocent. I believe him. We'll need to get him sober and out of prison. I'd start with Yates himself and Sasha, his jailer. When you're done, find Caspian. He was there during the theft and has information I'd like you to investigate. A strong moral center is the backbone of any settlement. Religious guidance provides it. A strong moral center is the backbone of any settlement. Religious guidance provides it. We'll talk more later.
Turning and turning in the widening gyre.
Enough with the poetry, Yates. Just tell me where you hid the supplies.
The falcon cannot hear the falconer.
Fine,
Things
have
fall
it your way.
apart.
Rot in
The
this
center
cell for all I
cannot
care.
Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world.
I'm too old for this shit.
The tide is loosed. Nor dread nor hope attend a dying animal. A man awaits his end, dreading and hoping all. Alas, my friend, I don't even know anymore. Maybe it's me. I hardly know them myself. They aren't my words. Who's to say they're any good? In fact, I find myself struggling to find value in anything written or spoken. Words are the cheapest currency, after all, and so easily counterfeited. Said the liar to the fool, but I will happily play my part. The floor is yours. What brings you, stranger, to this humble priest? I am accused of stealing supplies, but I contest that notion. I am not a thief, but a victim of theft. What has been stolen from me is my faith in justice and goodwill. So Hal has not yet given up on me. A saint, that man. I would say angel, but I no longer believe in such things. I take it he wants me to lead the house of worship. True enough. No man is swift enough to escape the devil's lasso. Not even Hal. I too am not an innocent man. I am, however, innocent of the crime that has me jailed. But it matters not. Even if you were to find the supply thief and clear my name, I have lost it. My faith. So if Hal wishes me to preach, then as a wise man once said, he's shit out of luck. As are you. There is nothing to tell. I am guilty of being a faithless drunk. Rather than actually investigate the crime, Sasha believes a pointed finger is adequate evidence. As for who pointed it, take your pick. They're all angled in this direction. Calamite, a material for crafting a number of items, from suits to medical chems. It's the chems part that makes me a suspect, which is a false correlation. Yes, my appetite for liquor is nothing short of prodigious, but I have never touched a chem. If that is your wish, my dear Sisyphus, I will not stop you. Talk to the guard and clear my name. Perform thy miracle. I've no clue who you are or what brought this on. But as the bard says, fortune brings in some boats that are not steered. You mean like the poet? Heavens no. It's a sobriquet, and a derogatory one at that. That's what they give people too unoriginal to speak their own words. My real name is unimportant. Rare is a name that's chosen. Most of us are given names and become accustomed to their fit. So would I. But I seem to have misplaced it. I'm Yates now. He would give you the shirt off his back. Do you know how I know? This shirt I'm wearing. It is. I have no faith in anything. In other words, I am a free agent, taking applications to serve as the mouth of God, or gods, or no God at all. I was once a preacher for the Sanctum Universum. A pretty good one, in fact. But shortly after I arrived here, there was a mass exodus. I lost the people's ear, and with it, my voice. I started to find company in drink and poetry, and became the lowly slug you see before you. That would require a messiah. And, my friend, I am hardly messiah material. And what authority do I have as a man who believes in nothing? Fair point. No one is as deaf as the man who will not listen. I will ruminate on this discussion. You have given me much to ponder. He would give you this shirt. You mean like the poet? That's what they give. Clever retort. You mean like the poet? That's what they give. So would I. Farewell. Only God knows when we shall meet again.
Ivica says Sunny is lazy, but I think it's an act.
Name's Caspian.
She does her job
Some
on her
people
own
call me
time.
Cas
Big
for
Hal's
short.
one of those guys who speaks from his chest. Sometimes it feels like he can knock you back with his breath. Big Hal is good people. He also knows a lot about weapons. First thing he did when he got here is fix the sights on my gun. My cop instincts tell me he used to be a military man or something. But he's a very private person. Do you mean if I've got security training? Not really. I started out as the neighborhood watch. The whole thing was originally supposed to be on a weekly rotation. But every week I was the only volunteer, so it ended up just becoming my job. Hal put you up to this? It's an open and shut case. Yates is obviously the perp. The guy wouldn't know sobriety if it kicked him in the privates. Then he's gonna have to make amends with whatever god he serves, and quick. Oh yeah. Sunny Kim says she saw Yates creeping around the supply area on more than one occasion. 1, he's always high. 2, the theft stopped as soon as I locked him up. He stole calamite from the supply tent. It's a rare, unique material that can be used to craft stuff. I talked to Caspian about it. He was the one working the tent when the supplies were stolen. All right. Let me know if I can answer anything else. Back to it, then.
My dad, Vita's good with a wrench, but boy does he like to complain. I'm not assigned to anything yet. I fill in for the others when they need a break. These days, I'm mostly just Hal's understudy. He knows just about everything, so I'm trying to soak up the knowledge like a sponge. Because everyone here thinks I'm a screw-up. And I get it. Sometimes I'll break stuff, lose things. But it just takes me a few tries to figure stuff out. Once I do, I'm solid. Hal's the only one who understood that. Yeah, I was doing maintenance on it, and I messed something up with the valve. I just rush through things sometimes, and it always bites me in the ass. When I was born. You're looking at the only naturally born citizen of New Babylon. Problem is, there hasn't been one since. I know Grace is looking into some of the reasons why, but so far, no results. What, like I'm a miracle baby? Nah, it's the opposite. Everyone here thinks I'm hopeless. Which is stupid. I've been here longer than anyone except Zaina. They should show some respect. Oh, nice. Are you gonna help us bust Yates out? He totally didn't do it. Just ask Hal. It's not just any man, though. It's Hal. He's the glue that keeps this shit together. Well, he's the only one who actually listened to my version of what happened. Let me explain. So the night it all went down, I was organizing the supplies over here, trying to get my system right. That's when I dropped a box of mason jars. So I tried to pick up the broken glass and put it in this box, and I cut my fingers. Stupid, I know. So now there's blood and glass everywhere, so I turned to look for a broom. And then out of nowhere, I feel this sharp, jabbing pain in my neck. I start to turn around, and then boom, I pass out. 1000%. Because here's the kicker. When I woke up, the broken glass and all the blood was cleaned up, and my hand was bandaged. Oh yeah, I've seen people in crime shows use animal tranquilizers. That juice will knock out in a Sealy's. Hal wanted to look in the dumpster bins for anything suspicious. But then the water pump broke and, yeah, that's when you showed up. Yeah, Hal and I thought it would be best to lock it down until we could do a little sleuthing. But if you're on the case, I can give you the key. Cool, here's the key. If you find anything, I'd check back with Hal on what to do next. I pick up a lot of the odd. Later.
How are you holding up?
You and your friend have cursed me.
How so?
Well, before I was sitting, perfectly content. Now I am waiting, and it's killing me.
Hopefully you won't have to wait much longer. Once we finish the outpost business, we can settle ours. Let's take a look. Surgical gloves, and there's blood on them, and a syringe, possibly a tranquilizer. This seems to corroborate what Caspian told me, provided the blood is his. We could take the items to Dr. Kim to verify, but she's the only one with the equipment and expertise to test the blood and find a match. Agreed. I assume we're on the same page here. Dr. Kim may not be completely forthcoming if she's the one who stole the supplies. If we could find out what her motive is, that and the gloves would be enough. No, kalamite can be used for chems, which is why Yates is a suspect. But Dr. Kim doesn't need to steal chems. She can request them. It might not, but maybe you can trap her in a lie. I think you'll just need to speak to her yourself. She might reveal something if you ask the right questions. You being here is kids. Don't worry about me being a flight risk.
These days I don't preach.
What's already written.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
If you need patching up, I'm trying to get blood samples from everyone in the settlement, but Ivica is being stubborn about it. I've come here on a research grant. Settlers living on the fringes provide a lot of interesting data. How does the gravity, weather, and nutrients found in alien environments affect the human body over time? In exchange, I provide medical services for the group. Oh god, no. I keep all chems, syringes, and equipment under lock and key. Medicine is a powerful tool, but one easily abused. Oh, what do you have there? Surgical gloves and a used syringe. Did you find these in the trash? I would advise you against handling such things. Not unless I have to perform surgery, and that hasn't happened in months. But I do occasionally dissect local fauna to see if they can provide anything useful. That's a serious accusation. I take it was Yates. I've heard he's a suspect. I'd have to run an analysis, but I'd put money on it. Theft, most likely? Yates may have stolen it from my lab to fulfill his chem habit. What do you think? Did he do it? What? Why would I do that? You know it's unethical to look through someone's personal logs, right? I was trying to get the blood sample for my research. When things got messy, I stole the calamite knowing it'd point to Yates. I'd hoped Sasha would let Yates go with a slap on the wrist, but she turned it into this whole thing. I still have it. Well, most of it, anyway. I synthesized some into chems, just in case I needed to ditch the evidence. But turns out I didn't need to go that far. Innocent? Let's not act like Yates hasn't pissed us all off with his drinking. Anyway, there. You have the truth. So what now? Are you going to turn me in? Or is there room to negotiate here? Keep in mind, I am the only doctor in this outpost. You say I took the calamite for medicine, but forgot to log the transfer. We blame the whole thing on negligence. In exchange, I'll give you half price on medical treatment. And I'll owe you a favor. You're making a mistake, but fine. I can see I don't have a choice. Here's the calamite. That should be enough to clear Yates. I'll turn myself into the guard. We'll see how long that plays out when someone gets sick and needs my help. I'll turn myself into the guard. We'll see how... long that plays out when someone gets sick and needs my help.
What's this big break in the case you pulled out of the rabbit's hat?
Not me. Talk to the newcomer. They've been investigating on my behalf.
All right, out with it. Hal says you got some new info that'll exonerate Yates. Well, I'll be damned. And where did you get this? Wait, Dr. Kim's the thief? Why the hell would she do that? Damn. I never pegged her for that. But if there's a motive and evidence clearing this drunk, I guess he can go. You hear that, Yates? It's a miracle. You're free to go.
Sometimes miracles are just people doing their jobs.
Yeah. Don't stomp the ice, Yates. It's real thin.
It seems thy act of God has been performed. I thank you for having faith where I had none. In our past conversation, you recommended I look beyond religion and doctrine. I wonder if you still feel that way. What do you think? Shall we change the house of worship to a community center? You were the one who freed me and restored my faith. Who better? Very well. From now on, the community center will be a place of discussion and social gatherings. I suppose I should also thank Hal for his part in this. Not sure where he went off to, though. I'm free. The air smells... I'm free. The air smells sweeter. Foul still, but sweeter. That may or may not be my own breath.
You have some nerve dropping this on me now.
I'm sorry, Zaina. I meant no malice. I only seek justice for my crimes.
And what about the people here? Do we not get a say?
That's why I suggested a vote.
What you're asking for is a trial. But fine, if you want a damn jury, let it be us. Then it's settled. We're putting it to a vote.
As long as I'm given the opportunity to confess. But in the interest of fairness, I don't know for certain what happened to Shinar after I left. Perhaps the visitor would be better served to speak to that.
If such a person exists, then their testimony would be more than welcome. For my part, I'll try to get the word out about the trial and what it means for this outpost, especially given recent events. Oh, and one other thing. If the vote ends up a tie, I'd like you to break it. Because you're the most neutral party here. You've seen Shinar, but you've also seen what Hal's done for us here. Yeah, hopefully. Regardless, it looks like we have a long day ahead of us. We best get to it. It's always something.
I will turn myself into the guard and await the outcome of the vote.
I'm free. The air smells sweeter. Foul still, but sweeter. That may or may not be my own breath. It feels divine. Of course, we don't believe in divinities, not anymore, anyway. But a feeling is not a god. Ah, I see. So Hal has confessed. He confided in me long ago. I never spoke a word of it, of course. Surprised. Confused. It's a bit like looking at a sheep who insists he's a wolf. What fluffy wool he has. You don't even notice the fangs. No, he did not. But now that Hal has come forward, the greater question, of course, is what to do about it. I shall, to the best of my meager abilities. Hal wants to be executed, but I wonder if that is what is right. But I digress. In closing, I will leave you with the words of Clarice Lispector. Who has not asked himself at some time or other, am I a monster, or is this what it means to be a person? Well said. Either way, I don't know if Hal Caruso is a good man. I don't know if the act of becoming good constitutes atonement, but when the vote comes, we will have to decide for ourselves what he deserves. I'm free. The air smells sweeter. Foul still, but sweeter.
It's always something.
I will turn myself into the guard.
You made the wrong move. Somebody's gonna get hurt or sick, and I won't be there to save you.
I appreciate you helping out with the whole Yates thing, but leave the investigating to the professionals, okay? He's been real busy as of late, hasn't he? Well, what is it this time? Big Hal? Sure, he looks intimidating, but that man wouldn't hurt a heat leech. Did you talk to anyone else about this? I'd hate for word to spread if it ain't true. Fair enough. If what you say is true, then yeah, the law's the law. But I need to hear it from Hal myself. Try to stay on my good side while you're here.
Yo, I heard Yates was freed. Nice work. Yeah? He's amazing, right? No way. I know he hasn't talked much about his past, but I know what he's done here. This outpost wouldn't be here without him. There must be some mistake. Well, we've got to vote for his freedom. There's no other vote to make. Unless we don't leave it up to chance. I'm gonna have to think on this, but there's gotta be a way. See ya.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, my name is... Jeez, what century are you from? Name's Sunny, with an I. I run the farm here. Also, I'm kind of a bitch. Nice to meet you. Jeez, what century are you from? Kicking and screaming, basically. My parents forced me to come here and live with my sis after I got into some shit back in Neon. Joke's on them. Now I shovel shit for a living. Kill me. I'm a farmer, but I don't like it. It's boring and tedious. And so I got to thinking, this sucks. Why can't a robot do this shit? Better? I think you mean slower. So here's plan A. You head over to the junkyard and get Rusty over there working for me. No shit. That old dog Ivica finally did it. I guess it's on a plan B. Sit around and complain. Pretty foolproof plan if you ask me. Hal Caruso is boring. You trying to bore me to death? Snap, for real? Is he like a serial killer or some shit? Oh, hell yes. I'm on the edge of my seat. A vote sounds amazeballs. Think of the drama. I gotta get Ivica to build us one of those old-school guillotines. We'll stick Hal's fat head inside, and it'll be just whoop. Then we can all place bets on how far it'll roll. Yep. Slice 'em and dice 'em. I always do. Anyway, I'm gonna hit some people up and get the tea. I want to know exactly what Hal did so I know how tight we need to make that noose. Mm-hmm.
Generators. Good work with the robots. Them machines are no substitute for hard work. Good man. Works hard, keeps to himself. But I take it that's not what you want to discuss. Huh. Doesn't surprise me. What does that have to do with me? Depends on the history. Well, if he's done something that serious, he should answer to the law. Still, based on his work ethic, he's a changed man. Exile might be the best option, but I trust your opinion. What's your take on this? Then we are in agreement. I'll talk to the others and find out more. But I'm leaning towards following your lead. Do widzenia.
Supplies of all kinds and a comfortable place to relax.
You again? Did you ever find Shinar? Yes. The conditions were rough, but together we had tamed its hazards. It saddens me to think of all the knowledge we lost. And to think the one responsible for the deaths is still roaming free. What? You found him? And how is he? Dead? Tortured? No? This isn't good enough for that man! Then we should see fit to give him the karma he deserves. But I suppose that is why you are here. You want me to bear witness. Understood. Give me the coordinates, and I'll put the nail in his oversized coffin. Wonderful. Together we will write his obituary.
Sorry. Listen up. If that's how you want to play. Time to die. Listen up. You have until I get bored to give us what we want, or we're gonna blow you into vacuum and take it anyway. We could use a vacation. If that's how you want to play, engage and blow them to shit!
Hal's confessed to some serious crimes. This isn't that simple.
His deeds here should count for something. Are we not more than the sum of our mistakes?
Pretty big mistake, though. How do we know he's not gonna do a sequel?
And how do we know Shinar wasn't dead in the water? You heard him. He wasn't even there when they died.
This bickering is pointless. Let's just have the vote and be done with it.
Worry about this outcome.
Hal's in lockup. Figured I'd give him a moment to settle his affairs with his maker before the vote. Well, I like Hal, but the law is as rigid as a cast iron pot. She's in there too. Got a full house right now, so hopefully nobody else starts any trouble. Don't think he'll be praying for that if I know Hal. I mean, hell, you can ask him if you want. When you're done, head on over to the community center. We'll all be there. Sometimes I see the light on in Grace's tent. Stay safe.
You made the wrong move. Somebody's
Oh,
gonna
great
get hurt or
servant.
sick, and I won't be there
Brings
to
the
save you.
shrouding. Forgive this trespass. Guide me on this next journey, so that I may see the light and become promised once more. We meet again, Hunter, and it seems my time has come. It is the word of Janan and the will of the Serpent. I am a deserter of House Varun. As such, I have not followed the Serpent's path for many years. But here, on the eve of death, prayer comes natural to me. I suspected you would. I didn't see what became of Shinar, but I can imagine. No ship, no comms. Dehydration sets in, some choose death. Others are forced to make harder decisions. Because I didn't want to be followed. The body can only survive without water for 3 days. Make no mistake. I took their supplies, knowing they would die. I was not, but he'll have his vengeance soon. That is a complicated question. When I left Shinar, I was afraid of being discovered. But then, I came here, befriended the people, and every situation became a mirror for what I'd done before. I do not feel guilt for the dead, but I feel fear when I imagine the same fate happening here. And they are braver souls than I. Looking back, I never valued life. Not mine, not theirs. This outpost has changed me. I see value in life, but that is not the same as being worthy of it. That, I leave for the people to judge. A fair question. I will say that everywhere I've been a prisoner. Even at Shinar, I was a prisoner to my own fear and paranoia. I never felt such bondage here. I don't know if it was the right place or the right time, but I chose to stay. Changed? A man does not change who he is. I'm the spy who deserted House Varun and the pirate who stole for the Crimson Fleet. And I am the one who left Shinar to die. I am also the man who has given his blood and sweat to this outpost. All these things are true. Caspian will likely vote for my freedom, but the rest, I'm not sure. I've asked that you have a vote as well. You've seen what I've done, whereas the others have only heard. I would like to say yes, but the reality is, I had countless opportunities to tell my story. Until you came, I never did. Indeed, when we first met, you said imprisonment or exile should be my punishment. Do you still feel that way? I see. Then let the verdict be fair and just.
This is tiresome. Let's just be done with it.
If everyone is present, we can begin. All right, you've all... And I know some of you think we're rushing into this. But for the sake of the outpost, I'd like to resolve this now. On your ballot are 3 choices: execution, exile, or exoneration. Now, if anyone wants to say a few words, the floor is yours.
The man's confessed. We all know how we are voting. I have work to do, and this is keeping me from it.
Fair enough. Anyone else have anything to say?
No, I do not. Vote your conscience. I will vote mine.
All right. While I would have liked to hear your testimony, we will respect your wishes here. On that note, I'll ask one more time. Would anyone else like to speak? If there are no more words, then it's time. Let's begin the vote.
This is stupid. Hal is innocent, and I'm gonna make sure he's free.
Charting new exhaustion rate. Updating speed.
For what it's worth, I will be voting in accordance with Hal's wishes. I disagree with the decision, but I will honor his choice.
This is stupid. Hal is innocent, and I'm gonna make sure he's free.
Citizens, if all the votes are in, I'll cast my vote, and we'll begin the tally. Like all of you, I've... given this a lot of thought and done a lot of soul searching over this vote. And for full transparency, I will be voting for exile. Now, to count the votes. It seems we have a tie. We've decided that in this event, the visitor, as a neutral party, will break the tie. The floor is yours. What say you? Very well. The people of New Babylon have voted for exile.
Wow.
No shit.
Hal Caruso will be given transport off-world, at which point he is permanently banished from this outpost. You can say your goodbyes or go back to your tent. decision is final. I know this process hasn't been easy, but it's over now. New Babylon will continue to grow and thrive in spite of what happened today. That was stressful. There's going to be a lot of conversations in the coming days about how to repair things. Looks like I've got no choice but to see it through. We'll do our best to move on. At least with the community center up and running, there'll be a place to gather and talk about it. In my mind, communication's the only way to turn a wound into wisdom. The ballot box is still there. See for yourself. I was hoping to talk to you about that. Hal said if the vote shook out this way, he wanted you to escort him out of here. For what it's worth, I agree. You've got a ship, and we can pay you the fare. Goodbye.
I can't believe we pushed out the only... If this outpost fails, we'll all know why.
I'm free. The air
If
smells
this
sweeter.
outpost fails,
Foul
we'll all know why.
Man, I was really hoping for a
That may or
guillotine.
may not be my own breath.
Man, I was
Exile
really
is
hoping for a
how
Or
guillotine.
from the
the
mind of
punishment
Idelia.
fits the crime.
I'm
Exile
not
it
sure
is.
about our future here.
The punishment, exile it is. The punishment
Losing
fits
Hal
the crime.
is a big loss.
You return. I trust the vote is done. I am. There's no need to delay its coming. Then I have but one request. I would like you to take me to Shinar. I will live out my days there. I cannot turn back time, but I can try to rebuild what I destroyed. The ghosts of Shinar will not forgive what I've done, but they will witness my will to change. But no other place I see as fitting. If you grant me passage, I will do my best not to be a burden. Lead the way. We'll talk once we get to Shinar. Grave markers. So many of them. I don't even remember their names. Remorse and resolve. I don't know what comes next, but I will honor the vote and continue to live. Not likely. I aim to live out my days alone, but I will not shun those who seek refuge. No, I don't think the dead would want me to perform such an insult. I will repair only what I need. It appears so. Before we part, I want to say this. I am grateful for all that you've done, for New Babylon, and for me. I hope that I can someday return the favor. Until then, I wish you safe journeys.
sorry, I don't have any parts to spare. You said they attacked you around Nera?
Yeah, I have no idea why. There's a weird signal coming from near the scouts.
I'll be sure to avoid the area. When I land, I'll see if I can get someone to help you out.
I appreciate it.
What do you need? Excellent. Here is your payment. I'll be sure to let you know if I hear of any more tragic tales of lost cargo. I'm sure you'll find something useful. Will that be all?
If you're looking for work, I need someone to do a job for me. Preferably someone that isn't burdened by morality. Don't be obtuse. You know what I mean. I need someone that doesn't lie awake at night tortured after having to use their gun. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm looking for someone that is willing to kill people. People that may or may not deserve it. For money. No questions asked. Are you that special someone? However much their life was worth. Good. The target is at this location. When you're done, bring me back proof that they're dead.
Don't get nosy about the patrons. We don't like that.
What are you waiting for? Get going. I have nothing to do with the Trackers Alliance. This is a contract between you and me. I am paying you to kill people that I want dead. Whether or not they have a bounty on their head isn't my concern. That doesn't concern you. No questions asked. Remember. Move along.
Grab a drink and relax.
This here is a humble little
Password? Who? Huh. Come on in. We've been waiting for you.
Roman's the one you want to talk to. About time. No sudden moves.
Hope you got those credits.
Roman's in the back. Hope you got those credits.
Roman's in the back.
So, I should have figured Yura would send a messenger. I believe you have something for me? Okay, that's a bit extreme. If I'm such a monster, why did I bother setting up Millie with such a plush room? Did you see all the toys and pillows in there? That little runt's living better than me. In on this? No, this is my plan. I figured Yura would be the one to show up at our door. Negotiate? Sorry, I'm an all-or-nothing kind of guy. I'm not looking for a fight. And I don't... Alright. Why would Yura send someone to... Yura has everything to do with this. It's all for her. She hates house sitting. So, we thought we'd shake things up a bit. Stage a little pet napping. Maybe make a few credits on the side. Never crossed my mind she'd bail on her sister and get someone else to take her place. No, it's more than that. I wanted to put this all together to impress her. I thought it would show how much I care about her. But, obviously, I failed. Miserably. No, I thought it would show how... Damn. Maybe you're right. Here I am trying to impress her to ask her out, and I don't even know her well enough to realize how stupid it all is. I'm 99% sure she's interested. It's that 1% that's holding me back. We're always making excuses to hang out together, and we're always doing little things for each other. My friends tell me we both light up when we see each other. That's gotta mean something, right? Yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me. I just don't want to ruin everything if I make the wrong call. Yeah. Because if I never say anything, I'll regret it. I hate to say it, but you're right. I need to do this myself. I guess I owe you now. Here's the key to Millie's room. Consider it an even trade. Don't let anything happen to Millie. Millie was the key. She's the only thing we could have taken that would have gotten Yura's attention in the first place. We could have emptied the place out, but that would have been too much work. Plus, Millie makes sense for a ransom. Most Millies are easy to come by, but Millie's a rarity. Yura's sister? She's pretty nice, but, well, she doesn't exactly approve of our lifestyle, if you know what I mean. She thinks anyone who operates mostly in the free lanes is up to no good. She's not wrong, but at least she's always been nice to me, and pretty forgiving of Yura. She might be a little mad at first. I'm sure she'd come around, especially since I did it all for Yura. I think Atka knows I'd never let anything happen to Yura, and that's enough for her to accept me. Oh, God. Where do I begin? Yura's probably one of the least responsible people I've ever known. I feel like it's part of her charm, but... yeah, she's always letting that get down. House sitting, obviously. Dinner, dates, jobs, you know... Akka's always trying to help her out, but... she just doesn't get that Yura's not interested. We just never thought Atka would find out. Honest. Millie knows us, so she came willingly. And just look at the setup we had for her. She just made herself at home. Even if Atka did find out, I'd like to think she'd know Millie was safe with us. I guess so. Yura's great. She's like that person that makes you feel better just knowing they're around. She always knows what to say, too. I just wish she knew how cool she really is. I tell her all the time, but when it comes to taking compliments, she hates it. Depends if she wants to do it or not. If she's responsible for a shipload of cargo, she's as responsible as they come. But when it comes to Atka, she rarely comes through. I think she just knows who will forgive her and who won't. Well, rejection, for one. I don't want to ruin the friendship we already have. But I'm afraid that even if she likes me too, she'll still say no because she thinks she doesn't deserve to be happy. Every time I work up the courage, she seems to sense it and pushes me away. Yura acts like nothing can hurt her, but she really doesn't think too highly of herself. She's not successful like Atka, and I think her parents made her out to be some sort of failure. If they were still alive, I'd give them a piece of my mind. Sure. Remember to take care of Millie?
Pet sitter has Millie. You were supposed to be taking care of her.
And I am. Hiring another pet sitter is taking care of her. And look, just in time. About time you got here. Where
Thank
have
goodness
you been?
You're okay.
Wait, Roman? What was he even doing with Millie? Ransom? Why would he even do that?
I'm sorry. Who are you? And are you saying Roman stole Millie while I was gone?
Atka, this is the pet sitter I was telling you about. And as you can see, Millie is fine.
Fine? She was stolen right out of our home. She could be traumatized. What was Roman even thinking? Finally, someone who actually agrees with me.
Hey, Roman just thinks outside the box.
Okay, great. So this was all some elaborate scheme for Roman to catch my sister's attention. That still doesn't justify what you did, Yura.
Oh, come on. Millie is fine. Everything is fine. Help me out here?
Millie does seem fine. Roman has been around long enough to know how to properly care for her. And miraculously, all my plants are still alive. You've proven yourself a far better house sitter than Yura ever was.
Oh, not the plants again.
I refuse to let you guilt me over something that you regrow all the time.
Yura, never mind. We'll talk about this later. I'm sorry. No sense in you sticking around listening to this. Let me pay you so you can get out of here. If only little was the word for it. Here, it's what I intended to pay Yura, plus a little extra for the trouble and keeping the plant babies alive. Oh, and since you kept Millie safe, keep the food. If you ever want a little Millie of your own, that's my own personal recipe to give them all the nutrients they need. Thanks for keeping an eye on things while I was gone.
A little extra? I knew you were holding out on me.
Please, first of all, you're family. And second of all, you don't even deserve half of what I offered you. I swear, you're so irresponsible. I can't believe we're related.
Hey, you aren't the only one.
Thanks for bringing back Millie safe and sound. You pretty much experienced my sister in a nutshell. She's the queen of work avoidance. I think she'd rather die than hold down a real job. I just want some stability in her life so I don't have to worry about her all the time. I'm tired all the time. I'm just not ready to give up on her yet. It's not like I haven't tried. It's just that I am always her fallback plan. Credits, a place to stay, bailing her out of a bad situation, or jail itself. But what if something happens and I can't be that person anymore? Yura's friends are great, but they're just as unreliable as she is. Because she's my sister. And she's all I have. Our parents died a few years ago in some freak accident traveling to Paradiso. And with Yura spending all her time working in the free lanes, who knows what could happen to her? Sure. Oh, not much to tell, really. I basically keep to myself. People aren't really my thing, so I like it out here. Just me, Millie, and the plants. I really only leave for the conferences. I'm a biologist, so I do all my work out here remotely. Out of all Yura's friends, Roman's probably the best. I think he genuinely cares about her, and he's the only one I trust to look out for her. Millywell care is easy. All you really need to do is feed them. They're so docile and calm. I'm not sure anything bothers Millie at all. Stay safe.
Millie's probably your friend for life now. Atka's always trying to get me to do stuff so she can teach me responsibility. I think she got it from our parents, who couldn't handle the fact that I never went to college or bothered with the steady job. Only every time she tries to get me to do something, and the cycle is always the same. She makes me do something, I somehow fail to do it, we fight over it, she forgives me, rinse and repeat. You think she likes being disappointed by now. Understatement of the year. I'm not exactly successful in my own eyes either, but at least it's the life I want to live. Roman's the best. He always knows what to say to keep me sane. And he's the only person that's never trying to change me, which goes a long way in my book. Yep, he's going to make some lucky person real happy someday. Atka's always trying. I think she got it. I know, which is probably why I let her talk me into these stupid situations to begin with. I wanted to hate her as a kid. She was always so perfect. Still is, of course. But unlike our parents, she never gave up on me. And she's always there when things really fall apart. Atka's always trying to... I think she got it from her. Right? You make your own hours, set your own rates. So I occasionally take a job that may not be legit. But if I can get enough credits to coast for a while, no way I'm passing that up. Catch you later.
Hey, Yura, do you mind helping me clean up later?
Clean. Can't you? Pay someone to do that?
I could, but you're literally right here doing nothing. Not to mention this mess is mostly yours.
Fine, fine. But you owe me.
For cleaning up your mess? I don't think so.
Come on. Take the bait. Just bite. Just a little nibble. What do you want? I'm fishing here. Now, I don't mean to be rude, friend, but you're blocking my sun. I can't say I much appreciate it. Robot? I don't see any robots here. You must be seeing things, friend. Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing that concerns you. I'm surprised you were even able to pick up on this frequency. I'm not a robot. So anyway, how can I help you? I did. Now this here is my silent slice of heaven. The mech graveyard. The UC and Freestar went at each other here some 20 or so years ago. What's left is what you see here. Bucky, nice to meet you. I apologize in advance if I'm a sarcastic prick. That's just how my ma raised me, and unfortunately for you, I will continue to make her proud. I'm fishing. It usually takes a few days, but I'll get a bite eventually. I've been out here for 2 days. I lose track of time pretty often. The days can start to blend together. It really depends on how long they keep me waiting. Oh, speak of the devil. Looks like we got a bite. Just I could use a hand if you want to help me reel in the catch. I'll share some of the spoils, of course. Looks like they're headed this way. Better not keep.
Sensible action. Scan complete. No hostiles located.
Let's see what we got here. Nah, nope. Not what I'm looking for. How did that even get in there? Aha! Jackpot! Here, I need you to plant this on that crashed ship over there. Careful now. Wouldn't want you to end up looking like me. Oh, that's just a little improvised explosive. Not my best work, but I have plenty of experience with controlled demolition, so you should remain in one piece. Off with you now. The sooner we get this done, the sooner I can share with you a world of wonders. You smell that? Because I sure don't. I have absolutely no sense of smell. Follow me. A land of milk and honey awaits. Voila! Welcome to my little holy land of sulfur and brass. Glorious, ain't it? I've been reeling in Terran tech and stockpiling it for years. I pretty much cornered the market on the stuff. Feel free to take a look around. If you need anything, I'll be at my desk. Also, if you're interested, what the hell was that? Well, looks like this is it. They finally caught up to old Bucky. Can't say I'm surprised, though. You religious by any chance? That makes one of us. Guess we'll see who's right by the end of this. Or, not.
Get out of here!
I'll do my best.
Counting. Wasted bullets. No hostiles detected.
I don't know much about what god you follow, but there's definitely something watching your back out there. Anyway, like I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, my shop's always open. I've got all the Terran tech you could ever dream of, so don't be shy to stop by. Also, if you're looking to upgrade your weapons, I can help you out for a fraction of the price you'd be able to do yourself. You have a good one now. I think I'm going to take a little nap after all this chaos. Welcome back. Here for some guns? I couldn't tell you. You'll have to ask a robot. Oh, it's a long story. I'll just say I'm not much of a pilot. Usually when I'm done mopping up a Terran patrol, I gut their ship and just blow it up. This time around, I had a grand idea. I'll hijack the ship and sell it all together. That did not work out. After I crashed the ship on top of my little shack, I decided to just wait for the next patrol to come along so I could blow it open. And that's when you came in. Sure, want to sit on my lap too? I'm just kidding. Who's to say you're not the wrong hands to harness such a thing? I think making it your responsibility to determine who's worthy in your own eyes is naive and sanctimonious. I'd harness it and hold myself accountable for how I use it, not other people. All right then, And I'm here to sell. There you are. Heads or tails? You guessed. Good choice. Well, look at that. You guessed right. I've been holding on to this here revolver for a bit. I adopted it from the rotting corpse of a sore loser I met at poker night. Let that be a lesson in anger management. Took it upon myself to refurbish it as a pet project. Felt bad it wasn't getting any use, so it's all yours. And I'm here to sell. Exterminating.
I lost it.
Destroyed. Resistance. Attempting to advance. Covering fire requested.
Hit detected. Catastrophic damage.
Lost.
Reinforcing
fire.
and encrypting data ship.
Catastrophic damage. Combat tactics.
Research anomalies. False weapons with potential energy sources. Adjusting Delta saving conversation log.
Fix the output. All enemies of the Terran will be decimated.
Enemy defeated.
Move it!
Compiling potential execution. I am damage is marginal. System. Lost visual. Engaging search protocols.
Must be too scared to face me. Lock down the perimeter.
Logging weight amount and auxiliaries reaction.
Well, they're gone now.
I'm wounded!
Eradicate. Taking damage. Combat simulation complete. Marginal.
wait.
You could have fought with us. Now you'll die like the rest.
Extermination scan.
Got something headed your way!
Elimination. Resistance
trouble over here!
with termination. Last unit requires your combat.
Open fire!
Hope you enjoyed this! Heads up! Grenade!
Pushing forward. Suppress the hostile. Recommending increasing resistance weight training. Auxiliary. Attempting to advance. Covering fire. I am taking damage.
I am taking damage. Switching magazines. Damage report.
Anomalies. Cross-reference with potential enemy sources.
Your combat tactics are inefficient.
Find them!
Take them down! Terran.
Current protocols. Beginning emerging. Heroes.
I lost them.
Unit requires assistance.
Requesting prepare yourself for total destruction. Attempting to re-establish visual. All enemies of the Terran Armada will likely get detonated.
I'm pinning them down! Target lost!
Canceling scan of cover. Engaging combatants. Items deemed unhelpful to corpse.
Manual processor. System failure. Prepare yourself for total destruction. Reestablish visual hostile. Falling back to basic combat.